This is week 11 of the course, and in week 11 we'll see two big topics, exceptions and testing. So exceptions are a construct in programming languages that allows you to deal with unusual cases. So they exist in many languages, and in Python the particularity is that it's really for not so unusual cases. So it encourages you to actually use exceptions to highlight this case should be unusual, and if you're in this case, then do this. But by doing that, you are able to separate this unusual case to the most usual one where everything goes fine. And this helps write code that is a bit cleaner because all the usual case is gathered in one place and the unusual case is separated. So because of this gain in clarity, Python really encourages you to use exceptions, and a lot of work has been done to optimize them. So there's actually little penalty in using them, unlike in some other languages. So the second topic this week will be testing. And testing is actually very important. There is two main packages I want to tell you about, doctest and unit test. And those two packages help construct tests for your code as you are writing it. So it's not really, and you shouldn't understand it this way, it's not to add tests to existing working code, but it's really to develop tests alongside code to make sure that your code performs as you want it. So instead of building like a massive piece of code that has shaky foundations, you really construct the test at the same time as the code and make sure as you progress that your foundations are very solid. And of course, as you go, you retain the previous tests so that your foundations remain solid as you add different things. Okay, so if you decide to refactor your code a little bit, well, you will see right away that some foundation that existed before now fails. This hopefully will make more sense when we see the package. So I said you develop the test alongside the code, but actually some people push it even further. They define the test first. This is how I expect my program to perform, and then they start programming the code. And if you want, it's kind of like a little game where they tell themselves, this is how I would like it to perform, and then they make sure that's what happens. And then they figure out a new use case or a new thing they want to add, a new feature, and then they have to modify their code to match that. Of course, you can see it as a little game, but there is a lot to gain in this way, actually, because the test can be reused, and there are packages that allow you to reuse those tests to great effect. We'll see that.